in every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break. Watching it fly. Hey, Charlie. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Switch up. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, but it's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Mike, 55.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it. And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
152 fighter. 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
General West. 52. Check 3. Go. Hey, Mike 50. Mike, let's go.
Here's Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
He's checking.
They'll run on first down. It's Evans. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
We go. 10-2 suck. He's not going to get me. Show him that. Hey, high 7.
Now Tannehill. And this is caught by Evans. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Ready?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
On 1st down, it's Evans. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Check, 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 check.
On 2nd down, it's Evans. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Hey, let go.
I got it. Check safety, check safety. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, zoom.
Here's Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
60 outlaw. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mike 55. Here we go. Mike 55. Check 55.
Hey, foxtrot.
Let him know. 5.
Second and long. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 or.
Exit.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
3rd down and 16. Got it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll run on 1st down. Evans. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
5.
They gonna need some therapy after this. Mike's 50. Watch the run.
Go.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
McCaffrey. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
60 Pittsburgh.
55. Get him! Get him! Get him!
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. 2nd and 3. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They come out here in the I. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Carl Lawson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
We got to step it up. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, Haywood.
They're not ready for this. They still
Ready?
To try again after the sack. Tannehill in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jordan Evans in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. It's taken to the 26. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Get it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on second down, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Alpha. Under 10. Go.
Tannehill. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
50, Mark 50, Mark 50. Crunch time, defense. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, D.
Big grip.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Tannehill throwing again. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Bartney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Mike 50. Yo. Slam.
Bam. Get ready.
Tannehill on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Right there in the middle, 55.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
55, Mark, 55. Stop your whining.
Hey, seam 6. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Box truck.
50, Mike 50. Quarterback, don't
Yes.
Don't get nervous. Mike's 50. Hey, let's get that ball, D.
Smooth. Get it.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Going for it all. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Titans have taken the lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right, good. We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
Down. 70. Indy.
Man, that's trash.
Bravo.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Mike 55.
2.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike 55.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes it to Boyd. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Deshaun Hall in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
All day, dog.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey, across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 or. Hey, Mike 7.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Coming this way, Here we go. Hey, look. Mike's 50.
Hey, orbit. Ready?
On 1st down, Tannehill. He's got Smith here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
50's to Mike.
General West.
Mike 50. Hey, let's get this.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. He completes it to Evans. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Mike 50. Watch the slap.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike's 50. Watch the screen.
Here's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
On the ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Get it.
To the air again, Tannehill. And this is caught by Evans. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Bandit. Hey, Mike's 50. Hey, here we go.
Hey, Echo.
50. No
To throw again on second down. Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Check Mike. Check Mike. Mike 55. Mike 55. Woo-hoo. Mike 55.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's
2nd and 14. That's going to be caught by Richardson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
55, Mike, 55. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Big grip, big grip.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd.
The 1st down pass. Complete to
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
You gotta be ready. Don't be scared of it.
He's back to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
On second down, McCaffrey. And a solid run down inside the 30. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Let's go. 15 running. 15 running.
Let's put that team on a hunt. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Look at me. Zipper. Bravo.
Check right, check right. Watching you five. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now.
They'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
5.
54. Mike 54.
Go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So this one, a